Dr. Bill Phillips.
Thank you.
Retired professor, full professor of exercise physiology from San Diego State. You won the very first triathlon
That's true.
on the globe 40 years ago today, September
Is that
25th,
long?
1974. Started at 5:45 p.m. You were
Yes.
44 years old then, and you beat 45 other people.
Okay.
What was your secret?
What is my secret? Don't
Walk us through that. I mean, what were your thoughts going into that race? You know, a little bit about your background in running and swimming. And
I don't know whether I can answer that question the way you want it. I was on sabbatical in 1971. Tony Susek won the first Dave Payne birthday biathlon. He wrote me a letter, and I said, "Oh, that's my kind of activity." So when I came back the next year, I won that thing, and I won the next. I was three in the top 10 for the next one, the third one. Okay, where were we going with this? Oh,
that first race, what was it like?
okay, so. Well, it was one of the typical beginning triathlon people with their bikes, running around, checking their tire pressures, making sure they have the course down, where the turnaround points were, where you're going to leave your shoes when you take them off, and all that sort of stuff. And that's what was going through my head in terms of getting through the race. I had no feeling for the, quote, importance of this, if you want to call it importance, of the magnitude of this would have in the future. So I had no inkling about what the triathlons held for us in terms of competing. But after that biathlon, there were a lot of combination swims and runs, half marathon in Coronado and the rough water swim. So they do these kinds of things. And then Jack Johnson and Don Shanahan put together this 3 event thing, and I was there. And I had no feeling, this is the first one.
Okay.
I was just concentrating on, let's get this thing going and go.
And were you surprised that you won the race?
Yes, definitely. Because I don't know why, but I was. I wasn't looking for the win, but I do know that on the last leg, which was a combination swim and run across the little islands, by the information booth, now it's coming back, there was another runner over, and he says, "Are you in the triathlon?" And I said, "Yeah." He says, "Is this the road?" And I said, "As far as I know." Anyway, so I got there, and dark was coming in, and they had to show the finish line. They had to bring the cars around, turn the lights on, and so I could see. Maybe it was 50 yards. I don't know what it was. Anyway, dived in, swam over, got to the thing, and going up the bank, it was about as high as that line over there, mud. Slided up, got up there, and they said, "Oh, it's Bill Phillips." That was it. And then I said, "Where are my shoes?"
So you followed the car lights. Right?
No,
You followed the
they're-
car lights into history, basically.
Well, the car lights were on the platform where we started the race, so they just turned the cars around to show to shine the lights on so that we could see what's going on.
Bill, do you think that your background in exercise physiology, all the work that you had done as a doctoral student at Cal State Berkeley and in teaching at San Diego State, do you think that gave you some idea as to how to train for this new emerging sport that other people didn't?
I didn't actively train. I was teaching at San Diego State. I only had one car and was an assistant professor. So Ellen and my wife had to get to school and back again. So I rode my bike to the gym, changed till I ran home. Next day I'd run and take the bike. So I alternated. So I was getting 12 miles a day in terms of swimming, riding a bike and running. And that was my training. And my feeling in the early days was that it's one race. I mean, it's one capsule. You just don't swim and then make sure that that's going to get you through. So you don't run hard. You don't kill yourself in the first event. So I think the exercise physiology in terms of the lactic acid buildup and oxygen debt and all that sort of stuff, and the RQs. And if you were too high in terms of volume, then the RQ is high and you use more sugar and you crash earlier. And so I attacked the races by trying to run constant pace or effort throughout the race as opposed to doing individual things. Is that making sense to you?
It makes perfect sense. I think I know exactly what you're talking about.
Okay, I hope.
So as in 1974, you've established yourself as the best triathlete in the world, whatever that means. Right?
I don't
And then
I'll take it.
Within a few years, it starts to develop. You know, there's more and more races. Within the early 80s, there's some professional opportunities. And then there's prize money at the Ironman, and now today.
I missed all that, and I didn't miss it, and I missed it. I guess I think I was having some knee problems and hip problems and stuff like that. So I wasn't training much and I wasn't running much. But I do know that had I followed my instincts initially, I would have written a book on triathlon training and one on the physiological preparation for, but I didn't do it.
I would have read it.
Laziness, I think. But you remember John Collins, the guy who put everything together? He told me once that had he patented the Ironman, he'd be retired. Am I about done?
I think, yes, thank you so much. I think that if you were a few years younger, you would have continued to be the best triathlete in the world for another 10 years.
Thank you.